Hi guys, happy Wednesday. I went through your work or any of the work that was submitted from Monday. And again, we just started talking about and learning about 3D shapes or three-dimensional shapes. For the most part, we understand the basics of 3D shapes. And when I say basics, I mean we understand what a face of a shape is, an edge of a shape is, and a vertex on a 3D shape is. But I will review this. And then I'm also going to show you two different types of pyramids. Here's one, but this is not the one that was on your assignment on Monday. And this is the pyramid that a lot of students thought was on the assignment. So I'm going to tell you the difference and show you the difference. Okay, so obviously here, like I mentioned before, a cube is one of the basic three-dimensional shapes that we've talked about. Um, so a face, and you can see the definition here on a 3D shape, is the flat part of a shape. So this is important when we are thinking about faces on 3D shapes. So this is the face right here. If I pull the cube out right now, I'm going to hold it like you see it in the picture. Okay, so this is what they mean when they say a flat face. So remember, a cube has six, one on top, one on bottom, one in the front, one behind, and two to the side. So that's six faces. Okay, an edge on a 2D shape, or I'm sorry, 3D shape is where two faces meet. So the two faces that meet have to be flat. So I know that was confusing on the cone because a lot of us thought that this was a face since it's flat on the picture, but it is not flat. It's 3D, remember? It's a solid shape. So if we're looking for the edges like on a cube, they mean here, or they mean here, or anywhere you can slide your finger where two faces meet. Okay, so I used to say this in class. You can think of a little person walking on top of this face and walking to the edge of the cliff and being able to look down. Okay, so that's an edge. All right, and the last important vocabulary word that helps us describe 3D shapes was vertex. When there's more than one, we call them vertices. And a vertex is just the point where two edges meet. Okay, so on our pictures, they look like points. They literally are angles or the corners of our pictures. Okay, so on our 3D shape, this would be a vertex, or this would be a vertex. This would be a vertex. Here's another example of a vertex. So those are vertices when we are talking about all of them together. Okay, so that should clear up some confusion that I have been kind of seeing on our work. Here is biggest um, the biggest problem I was seeing were the confusion with pyramids and what types there are. So in our heads, we think of a pyramid, like what we learn about in our social studies books. Okay, so this pyramid's special, and I know it's kind of hard to tell, but these dotted lines are actually supposed to be edges, okay, on the bottom of this shape. Now, if you count the sides, there are one, two, three, four bases on the bottom of this. So we already know a shape with four sides is a square, or can be a square, and in this picture we're going to say it's a square. All right, so here is our square pyramid that's right here. And I will move it in just a second so you can see it. But that means it has one face on the bottom, it's the square, okay? And then one, two, three, four more faces on top to have a total of five faces. So I'm going to actually take this apart so you can see what I mean. Okay, so that is a square pyramid because the base is a square. And when I say base, I mean the part or the face that it sits on, the bottom. So base, bottom. Okay, so that's that pyramid broken apart. And I just slide it back in. Here's the other pyramid that was on your work or on your assignment Monday, and this is what threw kids off. Now, Brinley asked a really great question, and she said, but I looked this up with the QR code, and it says triangular pyramid, but I wrote pyramid. So that's what I'm talking about. So both names are technically right, and Brinley was right. But if we want to be technical, its name is actually a triangular pyramid. So can you guess why? That's right, you guessed it. The base of this pyramid is a triangle. Okay, so if I pull out the other pyramid and unfold it, now you can see the difference. Okay, so a square pyramid, triangular pyramid. Okay, so now we can see that there are one, two, three, four faces, and that it's kind of nice because you actually see the edges, but there's one, two, three, right? 4, 5, 6 edges. And then for vertices, or the points, remember we have 1 on top. And then if I flip this like that, on the bottom, there's 2, 3, 4 vertices. Okay, so I hope that cleared up some confusion. If you have more questions, let me know. Keep writing to me on Google Classroom. I'm trying to get back to those as much as I can throughout the day. If you need to speak to me and you'd rather hear from me, then let me know. We can try to figure out something with Google Hangouts or Google Meets. If you do not get an invite, let me know, because that means something is wrong. So I may have seen you with Mrs. Riffer at this point, Mrs. Morris. In my homeroom, I see you on Mondays. But if you are in another homeroom and you need to talk to me on a different day, just let me know and we can make it happen. Bye, guys.